Genesis Communications presents the show that's helping people see better and feel better all over Florida. It's Ask the Doctor with board-certified optometric physician, certified nutritional specialist, and popular radio host, Dr. Michael Lange of Lange Eye Care and Associates.
Doctor, my eyes cannot see the sky. Is this the price?
Okay, good morning, and welcome to Ask the Doctor. I'm your host, as usual, Dr. Michael Lange of the Lange Eye Institute and Fortify Vitamins, here each and every Saturday morning live to answer any and all questions you may have regarding your vision and eye care. So take advantage of this hour, pick up the phones, and give me a call. Remember, I'm not only a board-certified optometric physician, I'm also a certified nutritional specialist. I founded Lange Eye Care and Associates back in March 15th of 1993. We opened 13 locations in the state of Florida, and including the Lange Eye Institute. That's where I hail from now, in the Villages. And if you'd like to see me in the Villages or any of our great doctors, Dr. Lori Caputi, Dr. Yeti Exposito, Dr. Michael Tolentino now hails from the Lange Eye Institute, retina specialist, world-renowned retina specialist. He has some space inside the Lange Eye Institute. You can always go to langeeyecare.com or drmichaellange.com. And let me give you the phone number for the Lange Eye Institute. If you'd like to set up an appointment to see me or any of our great doctors, you're interested in cataract surgery or retinal surgery or routine eye care, a pair of glasses, contact lenses, a nutritional consultation for your vision, you can call 352-753-4014. That's 352-753-4014. 4014. Remember, langeeyecare.com or drmichaellange.com. You can also follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, Google Plus, LinkedIn, whatever. If you go to drmichaellange.com, you can see all the social medias you can sign up and follow me on. I also give a lot of great specials, a lot of great giveaways, a lot of promo codes, especially if you follow me on Instagram. Just go Dr. Michael Lange with a bottom space, Dr. Michael Lange with a bottom space, and that goes right to Instagram. And you'll get some great promos. I just want to mention the fall special is going to come up sometime, I think, early November. Remember, every year at the Lange Eye Institute, we run some sort of big party, a big extravaganza, where we run some incredible deals on everything. We usually have some sort of theme, whether it's a Western, the 60s, the 50s, and we'll let everybody know. So just put that on your calendar sometime early November this year. We're going to have a big fall extravaganza at the Lange Eye Institute. Also, I'm going to give you some great promo codes on the superfood that's been selling like hotcakes. And then also I'm holding up right now, if you're watching me on Facebook, the Paleo Simplified energy bars. This is called Pecan Pie. And then we have one Paleo Simplified chocolate coconut almond. And then we have Fruity Nut Bliss as well. And we're working on some prototypes of some new ones. I do want to mention, we do have the praline clusters coming out soon. That's going to be an oat-free granola that has a New Orleans flavor of pralines with very minimal sugar and minimal carbohydrates. It's actually delicious. I'm hoping that'll be out in a month. We worked on it for quite a while. All right, phone lines are open. If you got a question, give me a call. The number is 727-586-2820. That's 727-586-2820. 2820. I am live in the studios, probably for a few more weeks. And then September, my race season starts. I got to mention, September 7th, 8th, and 9th, I'll be at a NASA event at NOLA Speedway in New Orleans. September 15th and 16th, my birthday's the 15th, I'll be at Miami Homestead road racing. And then September 30th, my home track, Sebring. All right, let's go back to the phones. Bob in Ocala. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Dr. Lange. How's Dad?
Dad, I had dinner with Mom and Dad last night. I took him over. I let him leave the compound. Okay, they're over there at on Bayshore. Brookdale Bayshore Independent Living Facility. I got to do a shout out for the people at Brookdale. It's a phenomenal facility. It really is. If people are wondering where they can go as they get older, they want 3 meals a day, and it's really first class, upscale. They even, they bring physical therapy and occupational therapy to the room if you need it. So he's coming along. I got to tell you, one of his wounds on his wrist was really bad. He fell at the lake house 3 weeks ago, and it was so huge you couldn't even suture it. So we've been bandaging it with some moist compress bandages, and it was healing very, very slowly. And then I got to tell you what I did. I actually started using Manuka honey last week. Manuka honey last week, and it's almost healed 100%. You have to see the before and after pictures. So 3 weeks, probably 4 weeks, he won't have to have a bandage anymore on his hand. So he'll be happy.
Well, excellent. Well, I have a testimony about Manuka honey. Also, I have a client that was in a real bad motorcycle accident that had a wound on his leg after surgery, and it wouldn't heal. And I suggested Manuka honey to him. He went on the internet, bought it that night, and within 3 days, it was healed up.
Right. Manuka honey has some amazing healing properties, and you can actually eat that because it also has probiotics and enzymes. It actually tastes very good. Believe it or not, relatively low glycemic index, so you can put it on your wound and you can eat it as well.
Very good. All right. Well, my question this morning, Dr. Lange, I listened to some infomercials early this morning as I was on my way to work. And, my wife's been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Mm-hmm. And by noon, it's like somebody pulls the plug on her. I mean, her energy level just dissipates so rapidly. I mean, she's strong enough in the morning that she can walk up and down the street before it gets hot. And, that's part of her exercise routine. But at noontime, she's done. Now, I heard a commercial this morning that was advertising a combination of CoQ10 and resveratrol. Not that resveratrol is what I'm really after. I'm just wondering if the CoQ10 would have a positive effect on her energy levels as we continue to learn to deal with this MS.
Let's see. Well, CoQ10 is really an important type of antioxidant, but there's a triple matrix that CoQ10. There's two other nutrients that work well with CoQ10, actually at helping produce energy, all right? Because of the mitochondria, it produces ATP. And so not just CoQ10, but CoQ10, acetyl L-carnitine, and alpha lipoic acid. All right. Those three really get into the mitochondria, help produce ATP, which is energy. So yes, I agree that CoQ10, potentially could help, but the triple whammy for that would be acetyl L-carnitine, alpha lipoic acid, and CoQ10. And we have that ratio in our fortified vitamins in the 1 a day, in the complete advanced, and in the macular defense. And we also have the resveratrol that's in 1 a day, the complete advanced, and the macular defense. And for her, I'd say the fortified complete advanced, that's 2 per day. Now, remember, resveratrol, a lot of people are trying to push way too much resveratrol. We say definitely under 100 milligrams. So anyway, between 50 and 100 milligrams of resveratrol, because anything higher than that has actually been shown to interfere with hormonal production, cause endocrine disruption, act kind of like soy does. So we don't want to overdo the resveratrol. But yeah, I think there's definitely some merit to that. And as you know, with MS, you got to plan your day. As you well know, Bob, you got to do things that you want to do earlier in the morning.
Oh, she's getting pretty good at doing that. Out of necessity.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, very good. So, and I heard you say that the 8th of September will be your first road trip.
Yep, heading down, actually, this the 7th. We're going to head out 6th in the morning. The motor coach pulled the trailer, and we're heading to New Orleans, so my old stomping ground. Be racing with an old buddy, Al Copeland Jr., his dad, I raced years ago on a motocross team that used to compete against Popeye's Fried Chicken. His dad, Al Copeland, started Popeye's Fried Chicken. He died a few years back of throat cancer, though. But little Al's taken over everything, and he's actually racing a Viper, believe it or not, just like mine.
All right. A little friendly competition.
There you go.
Very good. Okay, Dr. Lange. Very good. Delightful to talk to you this morning. Talk to you next week, Lord willing.
Take care, Bob. Bob's been a caller for probably 20 years. All right, you're listening to Ask the Doctor. I'm your host, Dr. Michael Lange. Give me a call at 727-586-2820. We're broadcasting through the majority of Florida, also through the deep south. Some of Georgia, Mississippi, and Alabama picks us up as well. The Sky 97.3 FM up in Gainesville, 8:20 a.m. here in Tampa Bay. I think 98.3 FM also in Clearwater. And you can pick me up on News Talk Florida Facebook, News Talk Florida Facebook, or any of the Lange Eye Care, Lange Eye Institute, Dr. Michael Lange Facebook page. We're live streaming on that right now. All right, let's go back to the phones. Steve in Clearwater, good morning.
Yeah, remember last week we were talking about those three things that are signs of Alzheimer's?
Right.
What's interesting is that these three things seem to occur before the sign of Alzheimer's. And what I'm thinking might be true, and I looked it up. There is a gene that they've correlated with both Alzheimer's and cortical cataracts. It's called cadherin gene or something like that, but it's a big long sequence number, and I won't go into each chromosome and all. But what there is a gene link to it. But what's really interesting is I'm thinking that the damage. You know how people who have arthritis, if they even if they have rheumatoid, they hurt the one hand. They do something to one hand to injure it, and the other hand will hurt. It's because you get a general inflammatory effect over the whole body from that one injury. It might be that blue light or something is damaging the eyes, and that inflammatory response, the cytokines and the interleukins, go back to the brain and cause the Alzheimer's. Literally, it could be possible, and this is just past my mind, that the blue light and things like that could activate enough inflammatory response in the retina to send these inflammatory markers back to the brain and cause it to go into Alzheimer's. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but when I've looked at all the literature, I see this sequence again and again and again with both the nerve fiber layer, the cortical cataracts, and what was the other one?
The macular degeneration, drusen.
Yeah, and they all would and the brain is only millimeters from that spot. So they would definitely get an inflammatory communication from the eyes to the brain, which would exacerbate the Alzheimer's.
Well, I agree. There's definitely an eye-brain connection. Remember, more people that have macular degeneration are also more prone to develop Alzheimer's. There's also a genetic predisposition. The specific DNA for macular degeneration correlates very well, and like you said, the cataract one also correlates very well with Alzheimer's. And we know that the nutritional diets that we use for macular degeneration can indeed help Alzheimer's as well. And some of the big three that we've been pushing right now are curcumin, omega-3 fish oil, omega-3 fish oil, curcumin, and coconut oil. And I push that on everybody. I've got my mom taking all three, trying to help her maintain that short-term memory that she's starting to lose. But I think any of us and all of us at any age can start utilizing some of that. Cook in coconut oil, put a little turmeric spice on your food, eat a lot of good fish, wild Alaskan salmon. And if you're not going to use the foods, then take the supplements like Fortify Super Omega, curcumin, and you can even take a coconut oil pill, or you can just take a tablespoon of coconut oil a day.
Yeah, that's interesting. I was thinking, this red tide, does that cause, I know they say it causes respiratory, pulmonary irritation. Does it cause eye irritation?
Oh, absolutely. An enormous amount of allergic conjunctivitis is abound down in Sarasota right now. I remember when it was 5-6 years ago when it came here, I was seeing patients, on a daily basis with red, irritated, watery eyes. I mean, stay indoors, stay in the air condition, flush your eyes out with a good, unpreserved artificial tear. You can buy refreshed tears over the counter, Sustain, Soothe, get the preservative-free version. Of course, the ones I like the best are Oasis Tears Plus that you can get on our website at fortify.com, because it does have hyaluronic acid in it, which is a natural anti-inflammatory.
You know, you said your friend died of throat cancer.
Mm-hmm.
They're finding that the people who get that are usually people who drink and smoke both, not one or the other. And the reason is because tars, which are the hydrocarbons that are carcinogenic, they tend to be, they tend to beat up because your saliva is watery and you swallow them. You follow what I'm saying?
Right, right.
When you're drinking, the alcohol dissolves them, makes them soluble, and they sink into the tissues. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. So the best.
And so when you're drinking and smoking at the same time, you're solubilizing the tars, just like if you would throw water on grease, it wouldn't do anything. But if you threw vodka on grease, it would dissolve it. It makes it sink into the throat.
Interesting.
So
Interesting.
So I'm sorry your friend had that, but it's the people who have that habit, that smoking and drinking simultaneously is very dangerous. I let you go.
All right. Take
God
care,
bless
Steve.
you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, Steve always has some good comments. Smoking is very bad. It's detrimental to your health, as we all know. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is, a pipe, a cigar, a cigarette. It's not good for you. So I'm not going to harp on that, but you stop smoking. It's as simple as that. Cut back. And then if you are smoking, it sounds like for Steve, don't drink booze while you're smoking. All right, phone lines are open. 727-586-2820. That's 727-586-2820. You're listening to Ask the Doctor. One more time, I'm going to give you the phone number. This is a relatively new phone number. It's different over the last a couple of months. We started using this phone number. 727-586-2820. All right. So I want to talk briefly about some promo codes I have. I talked about them last week, and these things have been selling like hotcakes. I mean, you guys and gals love it when I give a 50% off. So I'm going to talk a little bit about a product I developed a few years back, and I refined it 3 times. I'm holding it up if you're watching me on Facebook. It's called Organic Blue-Green Superfood. It's FODMAP-free. It's gluten-free. It's certified organic. So this is a combination of basically 1,000 milligrams of spirulina. You look at most greens that you buy, it has 10, 15 milligrams of something. They put everything but the kitchen sink in there, and they just put a little bit of this and a little bit of that. They put a proprietary blend, and the reason they do that is usually because they're putting the cheapest nutrient, and they're probably putting, if it says 1,000 milligrams, they could be putting 999 milligrams of the cheapest nutrient and then 1 milligram of 50 other nutrients. So I always tell you exactly what you get in our vitamins. So we've got 1,000 milligrams of spirulina, 1,000 milligrams of, it's all organic, blueberries, 1,000 milligrams of organic wheatgrass juice, not just wheatgrass juice powder, that's more concentrated, and barley grass juice powder. There is no gluten in that, believe it or not. We've got 1,000 milligrams of kale and spinach. We've got cranberries, strawberries, parsley, peppermint leaf, and cucumber, and then cinnamon. All of that in one scoop with no added fiber. When you add fiber, a lot of you thinking, oh, we got to have fiber for, decreased colorectal cancer. Well, the problem with the fiber is then soluble and insoluble fiber has a tendency to absorb many of the vitamins and the minerals, and you just poop it out. So we don't have any added fiber. It's a small scoop. You take a scoop of this, put it in some water. You can put it in milk if you want. Stir it up, drink it down. You're getting the antioxidant power of 12 different fruits and vegetables that have all been shown to be beneficial for retinal health, cognitive health, heart health. I mean, it goes to every cell in your body. This is whole foods, okay? And it's a process that leaves the antioxidants intact. So when we've done blood tests on patients, intracellular blood draws, SpectraCell blood draws, we've seen antioxidants loads, that's called Spectrox, go up fairly significantly when people are on this superfood. So most anti-aging doctors recommend between 8 and 13 servings of organically grown fruits and vegetables a day. None of us are getting that much for true anti-aging, to get into that anti-aging zone, all right? Also, this is diabetic friendly. There is 1 gram of sugar, all right? it's actually less than 1 gram of sugar, and there's 1 gram of fiber, so that kind of counteracts. There's 3 carbohydrates in this. So with the fiber, I mean, this is low carb and low sugar. It's friendly for diabetics. People with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, can take it, all right, because it's FODMAP free. That means it doesn't have any of the fruits and vegetables that ferment in your stomach and cause bloating and cause you to burp and fart and all that kind of stuff. So try it. You'll like it. It's a berry flavor. Most people like the taste. You can't please everybody all of the time. But here's the kicker now. We're doing 50% off on this, all right, for, well, the rest of this month at least. So you got to use Superfood 50. You go to Fortify.com, the website, or you call Fortify Vitamins, or you drop by Ocala Fortify Vitamins location, or you go to the Lange Eye Institute, either or. And for the rest of the month, we're doing 50% off. You can't beat it unless we run out sooner, all right? And that's a possibility because we sold so much this last week. So Superfood 50, you get 50% off. I think it's $36 to begin with. So what is that, $18 that you get? I mean, you can't beat that. So consider it. That's going to give you at least 10 servings of fruits and vegetables. You're going to be healthier. You're going to thank me. All right. One more thing I'm going to give you right here. I'm holding this up. It's called Paleo Simplified Energy Bars. This is pecan pie. We got one called Chocolate Coconut Almond. These are energy bars. They're raw energy bars. They're paleo compliant. So when you have a paleo bar, like an example, the chocolate coconut almond, you're thinking that sounds like a Mounds bar, right? No, it's not. So if you think it's going to be a Mounds bar, don't buy them. They're energy bars. They're all raw. And the chocolate is not milk chocolate. It is chocolate cocoa. So that's a little bitter, actually. But it does have the coconut. It has the almonds in it. I love the taste of it. I've got a lot of Ironman competitors, professional athletes that use it. It's all low glycemic index in the paleo bars. So you eat it. If you have one for breakfast, you don't have to have lunch until 1. You have energy until then. A lot of people that are riding their bike, professional athletes, triathletes, use this. If you're going fishing, you need a snack, you can eat this. So it's a great energy bar. It has hemp protein. It's vegan, so vegetarians can take it as well. We're working on some new flavors as well. So Paleo Simplified, you got another code here, 50% off. Go to Fortify.com. That's FORTIFEYE, Fortify.com, and use BAR 50, BAR 50. Write that down, 50% off. You can buy some cases of these things, BAR 50, for 50% off the Paleo Simplified bars. And you can learn more about them at Fortify.com. All right. And with anytime you spend $100 or more on Fortify vitamins, you can get free shipping, 3 or more Fortify products. You can also get 20% off. Use LEC 20%. So let's say you don't want a paleo bar. You don't want the Fortify Superfood. If you buy 3 or more Fortify products, just do LEC 20% and put this in the promo code at checkout on Fortify Vitamins, and you're going to get 20% off that order. All right, that's enough of that. Let's get going here. If you got a question, give me a call. Phone lines are open, 727-586-2820, 727-586-2820. Had to have a little sip of water. So not to promote this water, but I'm drinking whatever this is. This is Eternal water because it's alkalized water and spring water. Drink spring water that's alkalized. Do not drink reverse osmosis or distilled water. Has no minerals. The minerals will be leached out of your system. However, you can make distilled water and reverse osmosis water very good for you. Fill up a glass container, put a little pink sea salt in there, chop up some limes and lemons or an orange, throw it in there, let it sit for an hour, and then check the pH. Once it gets up to around 7 or even 8 or 9, it's good to drink. As long as that litmus paper turns green and it's not orange, red, yellow, it's good to drink. All right. We're probably going to take a break here in just a second. So we're getting ready to take a break, and then we're going to talk a lot more about dry eye and nutrients that will actually benefit your dry eye. So we're going to a break.
how not to cry.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Lange. I'm a board-certified optometric physician and a certified nutritional specialist. Did you know that the majority of vitamins that you can buy over the counter are filled with synthetic nutrients, dyes, and trans fats? All of the things that are bad for you. This is why I developed Fortify Vitamins, an all-natural nutraceutical developed over years of clinical research. Fortify Complete Plus is equivalent to 10 to 12 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. This supplement is a multivitamin, eye-vitamin, veggie and fruit blend with enzymes and omega-3 fish oil, developed to promote total body wellness and healthy vision. Isn't it time that you took control of your health with Fortify Vitamins?
Take control of your health with Fortify. Learn more and order now at www.fortify.com. Available at Lange Eye Care and Associates.
All omega-3 is not created equal. Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Lange. You hear a lot of commercials that promote omega-3 products. It may be confusing. Most large studies confirming the positive health benefits of omega-3 were done with fish or fish oil. As founder of Lange Eye Care and a doctor in search of what's best for my patients, I visited Norway on a research trip to develop Fortify Super Omega, the highest quality omega-3 fish oil available. Only wild-caught fish with the highest omega-3 content are used in this formula. Produced in Norway at the only NSF and GMP certified omega-3 facility in the world, Fortify Super Omega eliminates any odor or aftertaste. It promotes heart, brain, eye, and joint health. Fortify Super Omega has 1,600 milligrams of triple refined omega-3 fish oil. Compare it to anything on the market. You won't find a more bioavailable form of omega-3. To purchase, go to fortify.com. That's FORTIFEYE.com or call 866-503-9746. That's 866-503-9746.
If you or a loved one is suffering from macular degeneration, then take note of the following information.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Lange. I'm a board-certified optometric physician and a certified nutritional specialist. Macular degeneration is the leading cause of blindness in patients over 55. I have personally seen thousands of patients with macular degeneration in clinical practice for over 17 years. I have seen the positive benefits that patients can realistically obtain through nutritional intervention and lifestyle modifications. I have developed a science-based nutraceutical called Fortify Complete Macular Defense that takes all of the latest nutritional research and incorporates it into one convenient daily packet. There is hope for macular degeneration through proper nutrition. Isn't it time that you took control of your health with Fortify Complete Macular Defense?
Learn more and order now at www.fortify.com. Available at Lange Eye Care and Associates.
Genesis Communications presents the show that's helping people see better and feel better all over Florida. It's Ask the Doctor with board-certified optometric physician, certified nutritional specialist, and popular radio host, Dr. Michael Lange of Lange Eye Care and Associates.
Doctor, my eyes, I cannot see the sky. Is this a prize for having learned how not to cry?
Okay, good morning. Welcome back. It's 9:33. Actually 9:34 now. Sometime in the end of August 18th, 2018. So you know I'm live. So pick up the phones and give me a call. 727-586-2820. 727-586-2820. I'm wearing a pair of sunglasses right now, if you see me, just for a few seconds here, just to really emphasize the importance of protecting your eyes from the sun. You know, you live here in Florida. We look closer to the equator. The ultraviolet light and the blue light from the sun is very damaging. I'm also wearing a little Nike hat. So all of you, your children, your grandparents, especially after cataract surgery, have implants that don't block any of this. You know, wear a good, wide brim hat a good pair of sunglasses. I like Maui Jim is probably the best because all of Maui Jim sunglasses have blue filters built in. Most sunglass companies haven't done that yet. So if you're going to wear a sunglass and it's not a Maui Jim, go with the brown, amber, or rose color. Brown, amber, or rose, not the gray, because the brown, amber, and rose has some blue filtering properties, and we got to block the blue light and the UV light. Go to a website called bluelightdefense.com, bluelightdefense.com, and learn a little bit about why blue light is so damaging to you. Now, most of you have heard some of these radio shows I've done talking about Fortify Focus. I'm not holding it up because I don't have it in my hand, but Fortify Focus is a triple carotenoid, lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin. Those three carotenoids get into the eye, help replenish macular pigment density, help improve focusing ability, help lower oxidative stress, and help lower inflammation in the eye and every cell in your body. Fortify Focus has become huge. I invented it about 9 years ago. I refined it about 6 times. It's a global product now. We are on back order, I think, until Monday. So some of you that couldn't get it on Friday or Thursday, we'll have it. We should have it Monday, hopefully Tuesday. Mandy's been working diligently to get that in. So we're getting ready to take another call here. I just want to mention something really quick. On the paleo bars, here's an example of what's in the Paleo Simplified Nutty Fruit Bliss. It's basically pitted dates, unsulfured apricots, tart cherries, cashews, raisins, pumpkin seeds, goji berries, unsweetened coconut, hemp protein, and spirulina. It's a superfood. It's called Nutty Fruit Bliss. And remember, dates is the matrix that holds it together. If you don't like dates, you're not going to like it. But that Paleo Simplified Energy Bar is amazingly good for you. Remember, use bar 50 to get 50% off any of those on the Fortify website at fortify.com. That's FORTIFEYE. All right, we're going to go back to the phones. I think it's Steve in Tampa. Good morning.
Good morning, Doctor. We, way back when, used to get the Fortify. My wife would get it at your store in Clearwater. Mm-hmm. And there is I get on so many different subjects. I've never really given a testimonial about that, but it's the strangest thing. After you take this product for a couple weeks, it's, and you've mentioned it about other things, what happens when you get different eye procedures, but you kind of open your eyes up and it's like, how you understand what you can't read my mind, but I'm having a hard time expressing it. It's like, wow, I can see better, and it plays tricks on the mind, because the mind's like, well, how can you see better? You know, why do things look different, a little bit clearer? But that's what happened with me anyway after I took it for a couple of weeks. So, and
you would take it? Are you talking about the Fortify Focus?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. And it usually takes anywhere from 2, 3, 4 weeks to really help, but it does. It actually improves ciliary muscle functioning ability, so it improves your focusing ability. I'm 56 years old. I'm going to be 57 on September 15th. I still don't need reading glasses. No reading glasses. Now, when I was 50, I needed reading glasses. It does work. There's clinical studies that prove it improves the amplitude of accommodation in the eye. So it does improve focusing. That's why we call it Fortify Focus. It's the perfect supplement for people that are on a computer, because the computer not only emits blue light, well, this absorbs the blue light, the nutrients in Fortify Focus, but it creates an enormous amount of eye fatigue, something called computer vision syndrome, which also correlates with dry eye working on the computer, your iPad, your iPhone. So Fortify Focus, we can use it at any age, young kids to, elderly, and it, like you said, it does work.
Well, my wife is younger, and she likes to have that, that mood lighting all over the house, even though me and the kids aren't real excited about it. But I found that I could navigate through the home better. I mean, I just turned 50, navigate through the home better after using that. My question today, Doctor, was I had some hair in the sink and so forth for maybe a couple of months, but then more. And I did a little research, what I was taking, what supplements, whatever, what am I doing wrong? And came up with the oddest thing. About 4 times a week, I drink 12 or 14 ounces, whatever it is, at Whole Foods, a green drink loaded with kale. Mm-hmm. And they said that can mess up your it's a goiterogenic because it's cruciferous, and your liver and not the liver. What am I trying to say? Your thyroid. And have you ever heard of that before? And when I did stop doing that, the hair stopped falling out. So.
Interesting. Goiterogenic foods can actually interfere with thyroid. That's absolutely correct. But you'd have to really consume a lot of it. And depending on how much kale they put in there. Now, remember, kale is one of the dirty dozen. And just because you're going to Whole Foods, that doesn't mean they're using organic kale. And the best is to use organic baby leaf kale or baby leaf spinach.
Well, it better be for what I'm paying. It's $10 or $11. I was assuming it was, and there's a lot of. It's a big drink, so there's a ton of kale, probably more than people take it a lifetime.
Ask next time you go if they're using organic kale, because sometimes at these places like that, they don't use the organic in their smoothies. So just ask that, but otherwise you could be getting a lot of pesticide in it, and that could be one of the root causes. I think kale is very good for you. It's certainly very high in lutein and certain vitamins, but everything in moderation. I don't think you need to be eating, drinking a kale drink every single day.
Yeah, it goes back to that same thing, broad spectrum, and I've talked about it before. I always ask people who have had a dog that lived a long time or has an older dog, in almost every single one of them, and I hate to say this, vets, but they say a lot of table food, a lot of this and that. In other words, a broad spectrum diet. Mm-hmm. That's the key to life. My other question is about bone broth. Every other commercial now is about bone broth. And it's kind of funny because here's another thing that we used to throw away, just like the protein. We used to scrape that off of the mouth, throw that away. So is there validity in this stuff, and should we watch out for that gelatin and these things in the bloodstream? I always worry about the arteries first.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, very, very vogue right now, bone broth and collagen protein. All right, Knox gelatin does similar effects. So if you want something that's going to be very good for your skin and your joints, absolutely, I think it is. It's great for your skin and joints. It is not a complete protein, so people are substituting it for their egg white protein or their whey protein. Do not do that. Bodybuilders are not going to gain the muscle mass they get from this the way they do with a whey protein concentrate or even an isolate. So it is not a complete protein. But people that have some rheumatoid arthritis, I think bone broth, I actually like the collagen protein better. You can mix it in your coffee in the morning, believe it or not, with a little coconut oil, and it can potentially help with some joint pain and some skin issues. But remember, everything in moderation. So there's nothing wrong with some bone broth or some collagen protein a couple of times a week, and then use whey protein the other times.
Doctor, you just brought back, the mind is fascinating. When you said Knox, I lost my mother about a year ago. And all of a sudden, my eye watered up because I thought of her spice cabinet as a child. It had a little orange box in it, said Knox gelatin.
Right. Yep.
Interesting how the mind works. But you would go with the straight collagen rather than doing the bone broth.
Yeah, I like the collagen. There's a few more studies on collagen protein.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Interesting. Thank you. And we enjoy Bob's opening bell every Saturday.
He's always first, usually.
Yeah, we enjoy him. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. All right. Interesting callers. I got a lot of great callers. I got to tell you, I've got listeners in Texas, believe it or not. They're probably listening on the internet right now. And they flew in, 86-year-old couple flew in from El Paso, Texas, and saw me Thursday. We had them this last patients, and we did a complete nutritional consult, complete eye evaluation. They both have macular degeneration. They've been on the Fortify supplements for many, many years, and they've actually been very, very stable. So it was really quite an honor for some of my listeners and viewers to fly all the way from Texas to see me. And Mandy and Harper over at Fortify Vitamins took them to breakfast the next morning and really helped them out. And if they're listening, we really enjoyed seeing you guys. All right, let's go back to the phones. I think it's Bob in St. Pete. Good morning. Thanks for holding.
Good morning. First off, thanks for your program. You do an enormous amount of help to the community.
Thank you.
My call is I've been using your products for approaching a year, but the last 2 bottles of the fish oil have caused belching and taste like lemon, and they weren't doing that before. I was wondering if there's been some change that might have brought that about.
No, I mean, we haven't changed the formula. It's always had a lemon flavor in it, all right? Now, if you're having some issues, we also got to figure out if it gets heated in the delivery system, then it can actually cause that. So if it overheated, and you can tell when you open the bottle, if you look at the gel caps and they're bent a little bit, okay? If they're not perfectly plump, that means they overheated. If they overheated, then what happens is the gelatin actually breaks down quicker in your stomach, and then it releases this lemon-flavored fish oil, and then you may get that sensation. We'll be happy to send you new ones if you're having that problem. Just call Mandy at Fortify Vitamins, and we'll swap them out for you. But you can also take it and put it in the freezer, believe it or not, and freeze them, and then swallow them. Then you shouldn't have that issue. But we'll swap them out. It sounds like they probably got a little heat somewhere.
Okay, they are not wrinkled. They are normal, and actually, I had never experienced this at all. And I looked at your website, and it does describe the lemon flavor, which I just hadn't noticed before, both by taste nor by look, because I didn't pay that close of attention to the website. This time I looked at it more closely. So I'll do that. I'll call in and just thank you again for your work. You're a big help.
My pleasure. Have a good one. Bye-bye. And, you know, for all of our listeners out there, if you get any products from us and you don't like them, I mean, we'll give you a refund. It's as simple as that. You know, I'm not here to stick anybody with anything. I mean, I developed these supplements to try to help people sincerely. I mean, believe it or not, we sell these things all over the world, tons of them. Don't make that much money selling them because they're not marked up anywhere near what the typical average markup is. I mean, if you compare any of these products on the Fortify brand, you'll see they're marked up hugely. And that goes for it. I got to talk a little bit about multi-level. I don't have anything against multi-level, but a lot of people are promoting their multi-level supplements, whatever it may be, and it's backed by a lot of hype, okay? Look at the ingredient profile in multi-level supplements. I mean, I've been asked to make supplements for every multi-level company, and I usually turn them down because I don't want my name associated with something that's going to have a 12-time markup and have no therapeutic efficacy. I'm not saying every company's like that, but for it to work in multi-level, they usually have to have a 10-time markup. Some companies are even higher than a 12-time markup. Look at the nutrient profile. So sweeteners, they're using inexpensive sweeteners like sucralose. You don't want sucralose. If you're going to have a sweetener that's not sugar, you're going to use stevia. Monk fruit's okay too. Coconut sugar is actually a good sweetener. It has a low glycemic index. As long as it's 4 grams or less or 5 grams less, it's probably diabetic friendly. And now a lot of people are actually taking coconut sugar or even cane sugar, organic cane sugar, and stevia. So they're trying to do a little less stevia. And I've been experimenting with that in our products as well, because stevia is actually not bad for you, but some people don't like the aftertaste. It has this little bit of aftertaste, kind of like when you chew gum. Xylitol has this aftertaste. Monk fruit and stevia all have this aftertaste. So I've been experimenting with adding a little coconut sugar, just a little bit, and cutting the stevia back to see if we can get rid of that aftertaste in our proteins and things like that. Most people don't complain and they love the taste, but I'm a perfectionist and I want it to be as perfect as possible. Remember, the sugar is still going to be very, very low. All right, phone lines are open. If you got a question, give me a call, 727-586-2820, 727-586-2820. I want to mention, remember, the Lange Eye Institute, we do just about everything from nutritional eye care, surgical eye care, medical eye care, and optical eye care. The Lange Eye Institute is in the heart of the Florida, right in the middle in the Villages. The Villages is kind of golf cart central. It's the largest retirement community in the country, and it's the fastest growing city in the entire country right now. I mean, last I heard, they're building like 500 homes a month. It's crazy. So the Lange Eye Institute is right on the corner of 466 and County Road 101, large plantation-style building. We've got a great group of doctors inside there. We've got Dr. John Podlatsky, who's a naturopathic physician, a holistic type of physician. He's even a chiropractor, an ND. He is acupuncturist. We have Michael Moore, Hear More Medical Centers upstairs. Dr. Mayo now with his weight loss clinic is upstairs as well. Dr. Poser, plastic surgeon, upstairs. So we've got a lot of great doctors in the Lange Eye Institute. The phone number for the Lange Eye Institute is 352-753-4014. One more time, 352-753-4014. Also, in Ocala, you can get our Fortify vitamins not only at Fortify Vitamin headquarters on 17th Street, but also on 17th Street, on 47 Southwest 17th Street. You have Dr. Tish, and that's Recharge Clinic. It's an anti-aging weight loss clinic. Recharge clinics handle our Fortify vitamins now. Also, an optometrist here in Brevard County, Dr. Mark Fisher, over there in, where's he at? Mark R. Fisher. He is, let's see, let me give you his phone number for Mark Fisher, great optometrist. His phone number is 321-636-1972. He's actually in Rockledge, Florida, and that's 5455 Mural Road, Suite 107. So in Rockledge, Florida, 5455 Mural Road, Suite 107, Mark R. Fisher, optometrist in Brevard County, is carrying the Fortify vitamins as well. And there's tons of other doctors. These are just new ones on board now. I always try to promote them. Michael Moore, Hear More Medical. If you're in the villages and you want an honest hearing specialist that's going to give you an amazing deal, I got to tell you, he saved my patients a bundle of money. You got to go see Michael Moore. Tell her Dr. Lange sent you. Hear More Medical. Let me give his phone number. Write this down. 352-571-0150. Michael Moore, Hear More Medical Centers, 352-571-0150. Don't forget the great specials I'm giving today. People are buying it all over. I noticed a lot of people on social media sharing these codes. That's fine. The more the merrier. Organic blue-green superfood. Remember, we're doing 50% off on the organic blue-green superfood. We don't ever do that. We did that last week, and use promo code when you go to Fortify website, superfood50, and you get 50% off. The paleo bars that I mentioned that are all gluten-free, non-GMO, organic, vegan, superfood, you get 50% off on these paleo bars. Bar 50. Bar 50. All right, let's open up the phone lines. We do have time for another couple of calls. Not as many calls today. It's probably because it's such a beautiful day. It's not raining. Everybody's on the beach grounding and getting some vitamin D. 727-586-2820. All right, before we go to the next call, I just want to talk a little bit about dry eye. All of us at one time or another have dry eye symptomology, just about at any age. Eyes feel sandy, gritty, burn, tear, itch, fluctuation in vision. Could be dry eye, all right? And, you know, a lot of doctors give you expensive prescriptions for dry eye. Some of these prescriptions do work, or they do the expensive procedures that you have to pay cash to make the dry eye go away, and they can be beneficial as well. But nutrition really does help. It's a three-pronged approach. Proper nutrition opens up the meibomian glands, reduces inflammation in the meibomian glands, helps you to secrete a healthier lipid layer, a healthier mucin layer, and a better aqueous layer. Those are three layers of tears. So what we do, and I've used this for years and studied it for a long time, number one, Fortify Super Omega, or a triglyceride form omega-3 fish oil. Fortify Super Omega, you take 2 a day. It is a triglyceride form, not an ethyl ester molecule like you buy over the counter that has ethanol attached to the backbone. So 2 Fortify Super Omega, 1 Fortify Focus. We've talked about that, how it's great for the retina, how it's great for reducing accommodative stress, improves night vision, blocks the blue light. Well, it's also great for dry eye because it reduces inflammation that's a root cause of dry eye. And then the third prong is GLA, gamma-linolic acid. So it comes from 4 sources. Spirulina, don't get it from that. There's not enough. It comes from borage oil, don't get it from that, because that could be hepatotoxic, and it can be bad and harmful for some of your internal organs unless it's certified hepatotoxic free, and it's hard to get that certification. So stay away from borajol. Evening primrose oil has it in it, but that can interfere with your hormones, so stay away from that. The final and the only way that my opinion is to get GLA is black currant seed oil. So I'm working on the development of a black currant seed oil product by Fortify Vitamins. We'll have it available hopefully in the next month. And then we're going to put them in a box. It's going to be 3 bottles. It's going to be called Dry Eye Extreme or Dry Eye Therapy. We're going to give you a big discount. You're going to have 1 bottle of Fortify Super Omega, 1 bottle of Fortify Focus, and 1 bottle of GLA from black currant seed oil. This is a triple whammy of fighting against dry eye, but also amazing for the skin and amazing for your joints. So it's going to have 3 different good actions. We'll keep you posted on that as we get closer. All right, let's go back to the phones. Bill in Clearwater, thanks for holding. Good morning.
Good morning, Doc. I just want to ask you about my eyes. I got one eye, my right eye, it waters a lot, you know?
Okay.
And when I lay down at night, go to sleep, I got to wipe my eye off because of water coming out of it.
All right. So that's a great question. This is something I deal with every day. Watery eye, believe it or not, this is going to sound really weird, but the first sign of a dry eye is a watery eye. Okay. So what happens is your body is trying to compensate for the lack of lubrication in your tear film, and it cries more of the watery layer from your lacrimal gland. So simply by putting some lubricating eye drops in your eyes like Oasis Tears, or if you buy it over the counter, TheraTears or Systane, try putting a couple of drops in that in your eye before you go to bed. See if that helps. It should. But other things can cause a watery eye. If you have an eyelash that turns in on one eye, that's called trichiasis or entropion, then it drags against your cornea. It's going to cause reflex tearing. So that's a possibility. If you have any allergies, that's going to cause watery eye, but it's also going to itch. If it doesn't itch, chances are it's not an allergy. And then lastly, you can actually have a blocked punctum. That's the hole where your tears drain out, and it can get blocked with mucus in there over long term. And so what you can try doing, Bill, is getting a hot compress, a hot washcloth, and put it on your eye, close your eye, and kind of massage that lower nasal area on your lid while the hot compress is on there, and see if that doesn't help. So a combination of using the artificial tears, the hot compresses, and let's see what happens. Try that for a week and call me next week and let me know.
Okay. I want to ask you one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Where you race at? I'm in Clearwater. Where you race at, I can come see you race.
Well, the closest race to Clearwater, remember, I'm racing in New Orleans on the 7th, 8th, and 9th, and then I'm racing in Miami Homestead on the 15th and the 16th. But Sebring is about an hour and a half from Clearwater. So you go down to Sarasota and then hang a left, and you drive for about an hour, and you hit the Sebring racetrack. And I'll be there on the 30th. And if you come, I got a big, giant, big blue, black and blue motorhome, and I have the orange Viper out in front of it. And everybody, most people know who I am at the track. So if you come out there, make sure you come over to our race rig, and we'll feed you, and you can watch and have a good time.
It sounds great.
All right.
Well, I just want to get back to the IO. But back in 1980, I was in a truck accident.
Uh-huh.
And I had, excuse me, I had the right eye was tore out of the tear duct.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
And they had to sew it back into my nose, right?
Right.
And I was just wondering, and I had, back then they said I had battery acid because the batteries broke.
Right.
I had battery acid in my eye, and they flushed it all out in my eye.
Oh, the phone's on. We're going to have to go. I got to get off the music song, so we'll take this conversation up again next week, okay? All right. Sorry I had to cut you off. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening to Ask the Doctor. Get out, get some exercise, get some sun today. I'm out of here. Have a great day, and God bless you.